Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to my Trying a New Makeup Product Everyday series. I am so excited about the product that I'm trying out today. First of all, it's from a brand that I had never even heard of before. It's called FIGS and Rouge, and it is so adorable. I love the packaging and the aesthetic of this brand. This is the Satin Soft Blurring Primer and Finishing Fix. And I got this in my November 2021 Glossybox, which I am so excited about that box. If you have not seen that unboxing video yet, I'll have that linked in the description down below. But I was shocked to see the retail value of this primer. It's $52. I think that is the most expensive primer I will have ever tried. So that's really exciting for me as well. But just looking up this brand online, since I'm really not familiar with them, I was so intrigued. The products look beautiful. They also look like they are perfect for my skin concerns, because my main skin concerns is like large pores, and they have a lot of products that target pores. So even this here, it's supposed to be a micro blurring silicone-free formula that blurs imperfections and banishes shine. Liquid blotting finishing complex absorbs excess oil for sheer matte correction. It smooths skin and fixes foundation to keep complexion freshly flawless. And it also has some really cool sounding beneficial ingredients in it, such as marshmallow root extract, which is anti-inflammatory, Arctic cloudberry extract, which is supposed to be a skin-loving powerhouse ingredient to help soften and condition. It also has hyaluronic acid and beta-hydroxy acid, BHA. And it's also vegan and cruelty-free. So let's get into this. It's got a little squeezy tube here. Oh my gosh! And the product itself is also pink and more of a gel formula than I was expecting. I don't think it smells like anything. So I'm just gonna start out by applying it to half of my face, and I am gonna test this with foundation on top, but just to really look for any visible difference with the primer alone. So I actually really love this gel texture. It blends out so easily, and it's like a little goes a long way. And I feel like it dries down too. So it really does seem to be exactly like it claimed, mattifying. I want to give it a few seconds, but it does seem like it's drying down without being actually like drying to the skin, because that's a concern. I don't want my skin to get like greasy shiny, so I love a matte primer in that sense, but I also don't want it to dry out my skin and create dry texture, dry patches, anything like that. So I seriously just needed the tiniest bit. I just picked up a little bit more because I really want to focus it on my nose and inner cheek area here where I have the large pores, because I really want to see that blurring effect. It is such an interesting texture as you're blending it out, because it starts out so jelly liquid, but then it's like drying down almost to the point where, like, if you keep working at it, it feels like it would pill. So just trying to really press it into the skin. But really, the pore blurring claim, I don't see any of that. I think my skin looks exactly the same. No blurring at all, which I'm very surprised by, but it does feel like I set my skin with a powder, pretty much. Like, it really does feel like a soft matte finish, and it did kind of tone down the shine. My skin is not super shiny right now anyways, but here's the side without it versus with it. But I will say it also does feel kind of drying. Like, even just like smiling like this, my skin is already feeling kind of tight, which we don't want that. Like, I'm really into a a youthful, radiant, glowing skin pretty much, but I'm still open to trying this matte primer. But wow, yeah, it definitely is like starting to feel almost uncomfortably dry. But now I really have to try it out with foundation. So I'm going in with the foundation that I have been trying out all of my primers with, the LA Colors Truly Matte Long Wearing High Pigment Foundation. And even though this foundation is called Truly Matte, it's not truly matte. It will change to however my skin looks underneath. I mean, I've tried this foundation out with glowing primers and it's a glowing foundation. And if I put it on my skin just bare, no primer, it looks just like a natural finish. So I love this foundation, but if you're looking for something truly matte, I really would not say that this is it. And so first I am just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna apply it to the side of my face without the primer so that I'm not mixing any of that primer in with the foundation, and then we can get a true comparison. It's funny because I love a skin-like foundation, and that's truly what this foundation is. And it's so inexpensive. I got it at Dollar General, but the thing is, with a skin-like foundation, I have to like my skin underneath the skin-like foundation, you know? So this, I mean, it's got a little bit of glow to it. I would say it looks like the same texture as my skin looked before. And I love that it doesn't look heavy on my skin, which actually, when I go ahead and apply this to the side with the matte primer, it'll be so interesting to see if it makes it look heavy or cakey or too matte or anything like that. But okay, now half of my face has the foundation without the primer, so now I'm going to flip my sponge around and I'm going to apply on top of the mattifying primer. The foundation is applying perfectly normal. I don't feel like it's sticking on any more than without the primer, but I also don't feel like it's slipping around my face anymore either. Okay, foundation is applied, and can you see a difference with it versus without it? I mean, I definitely see a difference in how matte it is. So you can see like the shine, more like the glow, radiance coming off of the side of my face without it versus the side of my face with the primer. So it really does live up to the claim of truly mattifying the skin. If that's what you want, then good, this will give it to you. My personal preference is I do prefer more radiance to the skin, but this video is not necessarily about my personal preference, it's about reviewing this product. And it really did mattify the skin. Where I have the large pores on my nose and my cheek, even though visibly it didn't seem to blur them when I had the primer on, underneath the makeup, it has smoothed over those pores nicely. So it looks like I don't have pores on my nose on this side, but then on this side, you can definitely see the pore texture. So I love the fact that it actually did smooth out the pore texture, because I was a little worried about that when it didn't visibly appear to blur the pores, but at least it really did smooth them out. So all in all, this really did live up to all of the claims. It mattified, it smoothed out texture. Kind of looking into my fine lines. No settling yet, but I'm going to continue wearing this for the rest of the day, and I will update you on my wear test. In the description down below, I'll let you know if there was a difference in how the sides of my face looked as the day goes on. But I'm actually impressed by this. $52 I think is kind of outrageous, but at least it did what it claimed. But for me, I just don't think mattifying and smoothing like this is worth $52, but maybe to you it is. So if you have tried this out, I would love to hear your thoughts on it in the comments down below. But thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day, and I will see you tomorrow in my next video.